Hey Waffle Gang, I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're checking out some more Reddit stories, and if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too, and let's crack on with today's first story. Much love guys. Now today's first story comes from Traditional Hour 483 from the Am I the Arsehole Here subreddit, and it says, Am I the arsehole for going behind my wife's back and telling her pregnant sister that she's being cheated on? I've been married to my wife for 3 years. I'm 27 and she's 26. My sister-in-law is 30 and my POS brother-in-law is 31. I always had a close relationship with my sister-in-law. We are friends. Also has a decent connection between my brother-in-law. Not that close, but we often talk and get along. My wife and her sister didn't get along as much as you would expect from siblings. It wasn't just normal siblings rivalry, but constant fights and arguments. Anyway, 3 weeks ago when I was having dinner with my friends, I saw my brother-in-law with another woman. They were just eating. I didn't think much of it. I wanted to go and greet him, but I kept talking to my friends. After a while, I saw that he gave a light kiss to this woman. I was so shocked. I decided to not confront him, and when I got back to my home, I told my wife everything. I told her that her sister is getting cheated on and we need to tell her. My wife said we should talk to my brother-in-law instead of telling her sister, and we should not break their marriage because her sister is pregnant. I was like, what the fuck? So what if she's pregnant? Her husband is a cheat. I tried to convince my wife multiple times that we should tell her sister the truth. I told her that I know you guys don't get along, but she's still your sister, and this isn't right. But she asked me to stay out of it. I tried my best to convince my wife, but she either ignored me or said we shouldn't break their marriage. I had enough of her, and yesterday I told her that I'm coming clean to my sister-in-law. She and I have a great bond, and I can't and won't betray her. My wife said if I tell her the truth, she will not talk to me. I replied I won't talk to you either if you don't want to do what's right. Today, I told my sister-in-law the truth. I went to her place and told her everything. She was doubtful and she asked me to leave. After a few hours, my sister-in-law called me and she was crying and said what I said was the truth and she shouldn't have doubted me and kicked me. She said she's leaving. I asked her, where would you go? Do you have any money? She said she does, but not that much. I wired her a bit and said she should call me if she needs help, and she thanked me and said she will only use the money I sent if it's necessary, otherwise she will return it. My brother-in-law called my wife and, well, my wife lashed on to me and said I ruined her family and her sister's life. I said I thought the moment we got married your family is mine and my family is yours. Anyway, why the fuck are you defending that piece of shit so much? What about your sister? She didn't reply to me, and she's not talking to me either. I tried to talk to her and convince her that it was the right thing to do, but she wouldn't talk to me. So I said fine, stay angry, and if you want to divorce me, then go ahead. I think I've nuked my marriage. Do not know if what I did was truly right. The wife's whole behavior in this story is like really worrying. The fact that brother-in-law called her as well, I found strange in itself. And it's one of those stories that's just got me thinking there's more to this, but Adobe says, not the arsehole. If I were you, I would sleep with one eye open. Your wife has no moral standards. Adobe says, I truly have been thinking about this, that she might just be... I love and trust my wife, and I was thinking she wanted me to not tell her because my sister-in-law is pregnant. A woman knows how stressful pregnancy and after pregnancy is, and she might have thought that she needs support from her husband. I don't know. Nothing here makes sense to me. There was nothing for me to suspect of her cheating on me. Unusually Sunny says, sounds like your wife supports cheaters and that should be worrying to you, not the arsehole. Opie then responded to that saying, I thought about it and I'm concerned about it, but I somewhat think she just asked me to not tell her because my sister-in-law is pregnant and it will cause her more stress. That's just what I think, but the truth is, if I hide it and support my wife, I am in the wrong. If I tell her the truth after she gives birth, then still I am wrong. If I hide it forever, then I am still wrong. Like, what am I supposed to do? Cover up for the betrayer and not help my family? Even my wife is angry at me and probably will lose her if I already haven't lost her. RP Floyd says, my guy, I would pick up the phone or pay your brother-in-law a visit and ask him why he reached out to your wife and not you. What kind of weird coward does that? I'm sure your sister-in-law told him that it was you that saw him and outed him. So why would he even feel the need to reach out to her? I think that you will be given an explanation that you probably won't like. At least you will know exactly where you stand with your wife and why she was so desperately trying to keep you from outing him. Like others stated, I think he has some dirt on her, or there is a lot more to this story that has taken place in the past that you aren't privy to. I wouldn't wait on this and strike while the iron is hot per se. I wouldn't wait. Also, take a look at your online phone bill and see how much your wife and brother-in-law have been chatting, other than the one call. If there are several calls, that might be a little concerning too. I know that you said you trusted her, but something is telling me there's a lot that is being withheld from you. Wraith Lunos says your wife seemed very intent on keeping this quiet. I would be wondering why. Also the fact that she is still angry after the fact, after everything is out and she's still defending piece of shit brother-in-law. This in itself is a major red flag. And lastly, and I don't mean to imply anything here, why did he call your wife after he was outed? Surely he could have called anyone else. Why her? Maybe it's all my years in law enforcement, but I'm getting an uneasy feeling here by the way you described her reaction to this whole thing. Like you, I would think that her first reaction would be to protect her sister. But she seems more intent on keeping this quiet from my observation. The question is, why? And one more comment from every coach who says, wow, I can't imagine hating a sibling so much I'd rather watch them suffer than to help them. And now she's mad at you. Yeesh. Sounds like your wife can hold on to a grudge and never let go, even when it means saving face and doing the right thing. It's not like she's dysfunctional and you're going to have to take care of her or support her. I don't understand how you were blamed for another man cheating on his wife. So many families have this don't interfere adage that I don't understand. Even when someone is suffering or being used and they don't know it. I don't get it. Not the arsehole. So then OP came in with her update which says it's been a few days since I told my wife's sister that her husband is a cheat. Just to clarify to all the weirdos, no, I'm not in love with my sister-in-law. I don't have any inappropriate relations or feelings for her. I respect her and she's family. In any case, yesterday I asked my wife and wanted me to not reveal the truth to her sister. I know you guys hate each other, but you guys are siblings. My wife said it's not our place to interfere. I asked, are you okay with your sister being cheated on? She said she isn't, but it will and has ruined their marriage because of my stupidity. She's pregnant and the child needs his father, and so does the wife. I was so shocked when she said all this, like, what the fuck? I asked her if I were to cheat on you, would you forgive me? She said yes. I also asked her if she ever cheats on me, would she hide it from me? She also said yes to that. What the fuck? I was so shocked. I asked her if she knows what she is saying. She said yes and she's confident. Just because you had sex with someone else doesn't mean everyone else has to suffer and break the family. I had no words to say. I told her that I also sent my sister-in-law money. She started screaming at me and said that I shouldn't have helped her despite knowing she doesn't like her sister. I said if that's what she thinks then it's better if we just divorce. She got angry and screamed fine and started packing her bag. I tried my best to stop her from leaving. I told her that I love her and I just did what I felt right. Nobody has to suffer betrayal like this. She said it wasn't the right time. I asked her, so when should we tell her the truth? After she gives birth? Because it will worsen her PPD, or years after she gives birth. She will just blame us. She said we should have just kept quiet and left it alone. I tried so hard to stop her, but she didn't listen to me and left. I tried to contact her and her parents, her friends, but they didn't know where she is and instead started interrogating me, saying I am her husband and I should have taken care of her and I should know where she is. I even visited my brother-in-law to confirm my suspicions, but I didn't see her car or her belongings anywhere. I hate that I'm being blamed for just revealing the truth and my wife leaving me right away without a second thought. I was so damn pissed today, I called my sister-in-law and told her that she can stay at my place because I'm going to my parents and my wife left, and nobody knows where she is. She told me she will try talking to her parents, but after a while she called me and said their parents don't know where she is. I told her to think about herself and come over and stay here instead of blowing up her money. Now I'm at my parents and my sister-in-law is in our home. Maybe I was being petty, but I hate that my wife gave up on me and left without a second thought. I I don't know whether she's cheating or cheated, or she would truly